traumatized him.
What have you seen?
Well, I've seen him attracting somewhat larger crowds than they say he's been attracting until very recently. It used to be in the single digits. Now his house parties and town meetings seem to draw voters by the dozen.
Yeah, I just woke up early this morning. Earlier than I like to be up, but I always get up early on Monday. I made this schedule with my colonic therapist when I was going to taking a class down at the junior college. Just kind of giving you a little extra tour of where I live. Wasn't able to rebound as much as I want. I'd like to drink green juice before I go in, but there's just a bunch of stuff I got to do on a Monday, the least of which is getting my trash ready to be taken away. I could do that the night before, but I don't. With all the animals up here and stuff, then I run the risk of having my trash all turned over and having to pick it up in the morning, so I always wait in the morning. I've only been driving about maybe 25 or 30 seconds. As you can see, I could walk here if I wanted to, which, so we're coming into town. This is the big town of Running Springs where I live. If you blinked, you'd probably miss it. And here's where we're going right here. And it's just under a minute drive from my house, so I could probably walk here in like 10-15 minutes. So this is the big town of Running Springs, and up over there is where I just came from. So this is Inner Wellness here. Back when the economy was good, this town has a little bit of a spiritual slant to it. We used to have 3 New Age shops here. Now there's only one. That one right over there, the Enchanted Crystal. That's my good friend Zena who runs that place. I get all my crystals and incense and stuff from there. Hey love, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Good morning. About next Monday, one of us has,
Yeah, here's the Ionic foot bath here. And I talked to her about the scandal that was going on with everybody saying it's a scam, but the water changing color, it is changing color right now, and it's because it reacts with the metal. So, anyways. Yeah, so anyways, I do the Ionic foot bath here, the infrared sauna, and then the colonic room is in here. So here's the foot bath, and she had it going because I already talked to her about the whole thing, and it's the changing color is the reaction with the metal, and just so you know, this Ionic foot bath and Ionic minerals, it's the same way that you create Ionic minerals is with putting electricity. So I don't know about this scam business, and as you can see, this is a totally different device than those home units. So anyways, I've only been in the water for about maybe 7 minutes, and it's already turning a brighter yellow. And I did just realize actually the whole Ionic thing with this quote-unquote scam. It is the metals, because the Ionic minerals, this is how you get Ionic minerals, is by using a current. And of course it's going to react with this device here. I'm turning it upside down. So this is Andrea, this is my colonic therapist and my healer, and she is the best colonic therapist that I have ever worked with. So more later, because this is going to be about an 1.5-hour session. Thank you, Andre. So here it is about maybe 7 to 10 minutes later, and it's getting darker. And I don't know if you'll be able to see on camera, but I can see it on the screen. There's these little bits of yeast and stuff floating up on top, and it's getting darker. So, anyways.
Yeah. We could probably put you in for, what, 12 minutes in there?
And try to get a little more out of this? I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you can see here, radically changing water. I don't know why anybody would think that this is any kind of scam or anything like this. There's all the yeast and stuff that's floating on top. The water's getting kind of rusty red with green in it. And the funny thing is the colors that it's turning relate to conditions I know I have within my body. And there's the whole chart that tells you what everything is. So, again, I don't know about this quote-unquote scam. It's later, and there are sort of this heavy black. Andrea, I don't think she'd totally maybe seen this before. The last time she was like sort of shocked. We didn't think there was black in there, but it's all settled down at the bottom. And I think these are really some serious heavy metals from me being 25 years around working around heavy equipment that's coming out of me. And there's even some sort of black flecks on top and stuff like this. And
Focus in right here. You can see the black coming through. Can you see this?
wow. And so I don't get where this question is about this thing. I have no doubt in my mind about the authenticity of this thing. You know, as I said, as I walked in here, I realized that this Ionic procedure is what they use to get minerals digestible. So obviously there's a connection with this. I don't buy that this is a scam. Where's all this stuff coming from? You know, so we've kind of put that to rest. At least I don't buy it. Don't believe everything science tells you. They don't want you to use things to make your body healthier. So we're only going to be in here. Actually, we're going to. Oh, it's actually I've been in here 35 minutes, so it's probably time for me to get into the infrared. So and again, all these color issues as they relate to the chart are all things that I know I have wrong with my body. Joints with the orange color. Yellow is the yeast, and the yeast on top is obvious when it's floating on top. The sort of green, which is associated with the gallbladder, and then of course the black, which is the liver, and the liver is where all those toxins, those heavy metals would be stored. And what's weird is that the black won't stir up until I pull my feet out in my case. So anyways, that's where we are with that. So here's the water after my feet got pulled up and the whole thing's all stirred up and everything. You can't even see the bottom of the pan. There's like, what, 3.5 inches of water in there, maybe 4.
Mm-hmm. Don't hold your breath. There you go. Stay there. Here you go. Don't hold your breath.
Already, oh my god.
Nice. A little cramping going on right here.
I don't feel anything. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera down after this one because it's distracting from my concentration.
Okay.
So we got enough in there. But that's great already on the first 2 fills. We're getting good drama. So my take on the whole Ionic foot bath thing is I don't buy that it's a scam. You need to keep in mind that it's in the best interest of science, and you've got to also keep in mind the people that pay for the science, the research. It's in all of their best interest. Their, meaning Illuminati, corporation, all the fucking bullshit, AMA, crap, to keep you sick. So, I cannot see anywhere where this is a scam. Yes, the water started turning color before it's in there, but keep in mind that this is an ionic foot bath, and that's exactly how ionic minerals are created for you to digest. And so what happens is once you start that process with the electricity, the metal where the electricity is actually delivered, yes, when I got in there, the foot bath was already going because I talked to her on the phone the day before and talked to her about some of this stuff, and I wanted to get down to the bottom of it. And the concentration of stuff once my feet went in there, something's coming out of my body. And somebody said that it's all directly related to lymph, and that's not true. It's related, it pulls everything out. And so I do want to tell you a little story about a great healer named Hilda Clark who did some amazing work, and this is going to give you an example of how science, how legalities, how lobbyists in Washington, D.C., how people associated with the AMA and the FDA, they get paid to keep you stupid. And they get paid to lie. So Hilda Clark was curing cancer, curing AIDS, wound up with a lot of trouble, a lot of legalities. She moved down to Tijuana and reestablished her practice there. And came up with a lot of great stuff. I mean, the Zapper is Hilda Clark's design, as well as the 3 Treasure Tonic, the black walnut hull, clove, and wormwood, which a lot of people are using that. That's in James Sheridan's formula, Health Force Nutritionals. Anyways, I'm talking really fast to try to get through this and stick the musical selection in it as well. And I'm very connected. I had a great day today. I busted through the healing threshold. This book talks about walking through the door, the threshold door. I've been for the last 3 or 4 days. Today I'm, just crossing over that, and I'm on the other side today, man. I'm telling you, I am really connected. And so, anyways, about Hilda Clark, she sued the AMA, and so let's digress the story. If you go on the internet and you look at a website called quackwatch.com, Hilda Clark is one of the people that's on the top of the list with that website. In fact, if you do a search on Hilda Clark in Google, probably the first shit that's going to come up is that people think she's a quack. So, the interesting thing to know is that Hilda Clark won her lawsuit with the AMA. And none of these quack watch any of this, none of them, they don't mention that. So, anyways, just be leery of science. Work with your heart. Work with your intelligence. And as I said about gurus, if you don't know where to go with somebody you trust. David Wolf, Truth Calkins, Daniel Vitalis, and then eventually you will acquire that Shen, that psychic ability to make your own decisions. All right, musical selection, not time.